Hey everybody, so today we have another A1466 2017 MacBook Air, and it has the infamous AC light, no power. So we want to go ahead and at least check it out and see really what the issue is. Alright, so at least I have part of it open already. Just at least the back cover's off, which is good. And we want to see, we do see this. This is kind of a problem too, especially if you do have any of these MacBooks or anything. You see that this is a little bit bent here and it's a bit damaged, and we don't want to use something like that because it can obviously short out. It can also just give it damage to the actual laptop itself. So if you ever have some bend here, you want to be really careful. If you didn't know, actually all the charging is done actually through this little piece here. This piece is very important. It does a lot of this piece actually here is very important. It does a lot of different things. So when you do get any new charger, or if you have any damaged ones here, you always want to make sure that you do get another original charger. You don't want to get anything that's a knockoff or anything like that. You also feel another good way to really know, sometimes you'll see them, they might have an Apple logo. If they're very, very light and they're not heavier, sometimes that could be a knockoff too. So you just want to be really careful. But these are always important. So if you have a bad one, definitely don't want to use the bad one. We want to use the good one. So we want to plug it in and see what we get here. If there's any power. Alright, so we do get a green light. Actually does go orange. Yep, you can see it's orange right there. Alright, so we don't see any evidence of liquid so far or anything else. We always like to do a scan of the board. We don't really see any problems with it. Always want to take out the battery first and see if we get the same issue here. Sometimes taking out the battery can do some fixes as well, but then it's not really a fix. It's just it can change some circumstances in the MacBook. So obviously go plug it in, see if anything changes there. So now we get a green light. Right, and we don't feel that the processor is actually getting warm or anything. We don't feel like anything is getting warm, so we have a problem. You've seen this before. We actually did this a lot in our other videos too, that there is a problem here somewhere else. So we're just going to remove the board, and we want to see if there's anything obvious. So we're just going to remove the board, and we're going to see if there's anything really obvious, especially liquid spills or just power. This guy just came in that he did say he had a power issue, but if you give me a charger like this, especially when it's bent, crumpled, sometimes torn, that could lead to a short because these are really important. That's where all the power is coming from, and we want to see if there's anything really going on here. So let's just go ahead, open up the board, and see if we can notice anything very obvious, and we can do more testing from there. Alright, so we did remove it. Comes up here. I'd like to see, we could do a little more of a visual inspection here. You don't see anything really here that's present for any type of damage. You don't see any really liquid or anything that we really notice there. We're going to do a nice visual inspection. I think it's better to always just do an eye check first, and then of course we can go under the microscope and look to see if there's anything that's going crazy here. Now we can see if we can replicate it, because sometimes when you remove it, see if there's anything that we do notice right away. Take out the charger here. So let's look at the charger. We'll just plug this in for now, and we'll see if we get anything else here. Alright, so let's plug in our charger, because we always like to just double check it first and see, since we moved everything, that nothing else could be causing a short. Because sometimes if you have the trackpad or something like that, you have this has a board itself. You can see if there's any damage that's just causing you trouble to turn on. We'll work on that if that's a problem, or the LCD or anything else. So we just want to eliminate this whole thing. We're going to just narrow down what the problem is. So let's plug it in here, see if there's any difference. Okay, we get the same thing. These models, they will turn on right when you plug in the AC adapter. Will turn orange, and then the fan will spin. So it's still the same issue. So this could be a lot of different things, and we really need to see exactly what it is, see if anything's heating up too, if we can do it, because anything obvious you would just see right away, but maybe there's some type of chip that's heating up. Actually, just plug it back in, see if you feel anything crazy, if there's any short or anything like that too. Feel the right side here getting warm, so something over here is pretty warm. I do feel there's a little bit warm over here, so something is going bad over here. Ooh, it's getting pretty hot. Okay, so something bad here. Maybe we need to take up the heatsink too. Maybe there's a problem there. But at least let's go ahead and look and see if there's anything here under the microscope. And there, okay, so at least we have something that we can work with here. Maybe this is what was getting so warm. Here we go. See that? Sometimes a good way to know what the problem is, you could just spray. See how fast this one got? I think we have our winner over here. Okay. You see that right when I took off the AC adapter? See if I plug it back in, you're going to see it's going to... You see that, huh? Ooh, that's what the AC adapter plugged in. Alright. So let's unplug it. Which is fine. Looks like we found our culprit there. So if you weren't paying attention, pay attention to this one. You can see, and I'll go ahead and plug in the charger. You can see how it reacts to it right away. You see exactly really what the issue is with it. Alright, so we see where our problem is. So let's just go bring it up over here. Alright, so let's just take a look at our board view. We want to see which one exactly that we do need. This is for the 820-00165, and you can see what we're looking for. The capacitor is a C7324. Now, with this, especially any type of shop or anything like this, sometimes if you don't have donor boards, that's really important. So having a donor board is extremely important in this type of matter. So we need to at least have one of these, or if you do have that exact component that you do need, then you're lucky there. If you do have, so it's good that we actually do have donor boards here. We have lots of stuff that are really available to us. So we do need to remove it from the donor board, and we also need to remove it from the main board, and so we can go ahead and swap it out. So let's just go ahead and do that. Alright, so let's see if what we did is going to work out. Because we did identify the short there and everything. So let's just plug it in. Let's see if we get that beautiful fan to spin, huh? Okay, you do see that light is orange there. And we are getting a fan spin. Processor is getting hot. And it looks like we got a repair. So we did identify the problem. We were able to at least fix it, and it's a good repair for not just for us, for the customer as well. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, found this a little bit informative, and just had a little bit of fun on our little soldering adventure there. And I know these models are a little bit older, but they're still pretty popular, especially the board model with the 820-00165-A. That's the 2017 MacBook Air. And really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And you do know these ones are still a bit popular. It's still a very nice laptop, even though it's a little bit of it's very thin. It's not super powerful, but it does the job. It's very light. It still looks very nice too, even for today's standards. And we do get a lot of repairs about these ones in. If you are interested on a repair on this model, you can just let us know. We have all of our contact information linked in the description below. Please leave a like also. It really does help us a lot. And subscribe. We're almost at 5,000, so please hit that subscribe button as well. That will really help us a lot too. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and you also did learn something from it. And thanks a lot for watching. Bye.